This video is for Mom's Fire TV Stick to show her how to watch a video that's already been on television. She could also watch movies with it, but this is going to be doing television shows. These are shows that are not being broadcast live right now. They were on a week ago or a year ago or a couple of days ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Fire TV Stick, which is this remote right here. I'm going to take the remote and we're going to go to the home screen. Now in this case, we're already at the home screen on the TV, but let's assume that we're not. Let's assume that we're off somewhere that we're not seeing the home screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the remote and we're going to hit this button that has a picture of a home on it, and that's going to take us to the home screen. So the app we're going to use is called Cyberflix. And so we'll go down, pushing the down button on the remote until we get to this line that has this Cyberflix app on it. And then we're going to use the select button, which is right in the middle of this raised area. So that's the select button. I'm going to push it. It's going to select Cyberflix, and then it's going to bring up Mom's favorites automatically. So let's say that we wanted to watch an episode of My Lottery Dream Home, which is right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the remote and we're going to hit the down button, which is at this raised ring. It's at the bottom of the raised ring. And then what it did is it highlighted this one. So we'll go to the right by pushing the raised ring on the right until we get to My Lottery Dream Home. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push the select button on the remote, which is right in the middle of the raised ring. So I'm going to press that. And then what that's going to do is show us the different seasons of this show. So this is season 1, this is season 2. So let's assume that we wanted to watch season 5. What we're going to do is we're going to go down. So it highlighted the first one, so I'm going to go to the right. And then when I get on season 5, I'm going to push the select button again. And what this is going to do is list all the different episodes in season 5. That's episode 1 and 2. And a lot of times, or maybe every time, it'll kind of give you an indication of which show you're on. So if we've already watched season or episode 1, it might have the blue line under episode 2. So we'd know we need to go watch episode 2. But we want to start at the first episode, so we're going to push the down button. And it highlighted episode 2, so we know we need to go to the left. Now, the hard part about this is when you're selecting this episode 1, you have to hold down the select button for a second or two instead of just briefly pressing it. So I held it down for about a second or half a second. And now it's searching for what they call streams out on the internet. So it's thinking now. And once it finds some of these streams out on the internet, it's going to let us pick them. And what we want to do is pick ones that start with 1080p. So you see right now, they start with 720p, but hopefully if we wait a second, it'll find some that are 1080p, which is what this television can handle. I think the 720p would work, but 1080 would be better. And it'll put them up here at the top of the list if it finds them. Okay, there's one. So I'm going to scroll down with the down button on the remote, and then I'm going to push the select button briefly to play that show. So now it's thinking, and there's the episode. So if you wanted to pause this show, you could hit the pause button, but I don't think it really pauses. I think you can't watch the show from here. So don't use the pause button. Oh, scratch that. I'm sorry. You can pause this because this is not live TV. This is a show that was recorded maybe 6 months or a year ago. So the pause button does work on this. So now to start it again, we can hit the pause button again and the show will continue.
All your dreams can come true.
Pinch me.
So when you're done watching this, you can hit the back button on the remote,
Imagine winning the lottery.
and that will take us back to this screen, and we can just keep hitting the back button. And let's say now we want to go watch a different show. Let's say we want to watch Chernobyl. So right now, this one is highlighted. See how it's kind of green? Well, so we need to go left to go to Chernobyl. So we'll go left on the remote. And then you just select that one. And then it works the same way again. It'll list the different seasons, which in this case there was only one season. So we need to go down to highlight it and see how it turned greenish. And then we'll press the select button briefly. And then again, we have the different episodes here. And let's say we wanted to watch episode 2. We would go down on the remote until something's highlighted. In this case, it highlighted episode 2. And now we'll hold down the select button for half a second or so, and it'll go out and find the streams on the internet for that show. So let's say we're done with this. We'll hit the back button, and I'll keep hitting the back button, and we can go all the way back to the favorites here. So if we wanted to, we could actually keep hitting the back button, and I think it said down here to press it again to really exit. So that brought us back to the home screen.